Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you want free money, okay, and that's especially from grants, all right, I'm going to tell you the secret sauce and a few hacks in order to make sure you get qualified for these grants, okay? Because a lot of people are not even aware how to actually get this free money or these grants. So I'm going to actually tell you. So here's the thing about it. There's this thing called the 5 C's, okay? When it comes to the framework of grants, all right? So there's the context. Why is the market in your favor? Then there's the content. What's your compelling core narrative? Then there's the community. Have you found or created a community? The chemistry. Have you found your special sauce? And the commerce. How do you make money? All right? If you learn these 5 key things, okay, or find somebody that understands these 5 key things, and when they write out your grant and they understands your market and your product and stuff, you will have a higher chance of getting approved for a grant. Okay. And this here grant that I'm talking about, like this here, this is the free fellowship. All right. So their grants start at $2,500 for a $2,500 scholarship, right? And it says business and 2 months of free membership, right? So here's the thing about it. A lot of these grants, and I'm one of those people, I do not like grants because it's too many hoops. You know, they wanted you to jump through all these hoops and stuff. But again, understanding those 5 C's, it makes it much easier. Now, in terms of, I know a lot of people because they like, well, writers want to charge you a percentage of the grant, or some of them want money up front and stuff like that. You know, and a lot of people they go over to Chat GPT. Now, does Chat GPT make a lot of mistakes when writing a grant? Of course, because I'll tell you one thing that I did find out about these grants. If you have somebody that's already familiar with these grants, then it may be worth the investment to have them to actually sign up for that grant for you. All right. So this is the first grant. Now, ladies, if you're looking for a grant, you want free money, this is up to $50,000. Okay. And unfortunately, it's just for ladies. Now, what sucks about it is that a lot of grants in the market, they cater majority to women, okay? And that's the sad part about it. When it comes to men or whatever, especially minority men, it's really not too much. You know, not a lot of business support or grants in the market and stuff like that. And so, again, where men figure it out, there's always these groups of women that cluster in and say, well, hey, we can do this. And so it isolates men. And I'm not trying to put men toward women, I'm just telling the truth. All right. But that being said, this here grant here, this Amber grants for women, it's not a long application. They just want you to tell them about your business, tell them something about yourself and stuff like that. You know, what's going on with your business. Now, can I tell you guys a hack? Here's the thing about it. I don't care if you're in any business. All right. I always tell people go for a business that already has a market. That's the reason I try to encourage people. If you're going to start a business, it's better if you raise the capital and buy a business, because that way you already have the market, you already have the customer base. All right. Now, that being said, is like with my business, I know I have competitors like LegalZoom, Busy, and all them. Those are my competitors, right? However, since they have more marketing dollars than I do, what I do, I become an affiliate of them and I promote their products. So why am I doing that since they're my competition? The reason is because I know that those companies do not do as much as I do. Okay, so that means for the people that are not familiar with my company or my products and stuff, they'll rather go with the company that has more marketing dollars. Then, when those people come through my chain, then my sales funnel, then I'm able to introduce them to my products. Also, when they sign up for those products, I'm making money off of those companies as well. And then it still gives me an opportunity because now they trust me because I'm not just focused on myself. I'm actually introducing them to other companies that can help them if they don't know me or they choose not to work with me, right? So that's the reason why I tell people look for companies that have affiliate programs that you can actually join and promote them. And then since they have a hot audience or a warm audience and stuff, then you can start introducing yourself because you're actually helping them at first and you're introducing them to what they really want. And then you're able to follow up with your knowledge of what it is that may enhance what they actually are looking for. All right. So that's a little hack that I use. Now, there's another company out here. It's called Skip. Okay. Hello, Skip. Now, the thing about it with this here, it's like an AI type of thing, right? And they offer grants as well. Okay. So they want you to sign up for their services and stuff, but they supposedly offer grants also, and as you can see here where I have it highlighted, they offer grants up to $1,000. Okay, so that's a great opportunity. Again, just looking at different grants, and I'll start talking more about grants because they are helpful. It's just all the hoops that you have to go through that's so frustrating and disappointing. Now, another place for you to get a grant is through Alice. Okay, so Alice, they have a platform you sign up for, and basically you tell them about your business. And so once you tell them about your business and stuff like that, they help and try to find the grants that may be offered to you and stuff like that. So again, there's always some type of grant out there for small businesses. Some of them may be just regional or statewide. Some may be nationwide. At the same time, there are grants. So, Hello Alice is definitely a good place for you to um, look to try to get a grant. As a matter of fact, with Hello Alice, they would actually, if you submit your financials and your business model and stuff, they actually have a like an AI system that actually scores your business and stuff to help you understand where you're weak at in terms of when you're getting qualified for grants. All right, so that's also something you should take out. Now, the last one, this is the National Association for Self-Employed. Okay, so as you can see here, they offer grants up to $4,000. Okay, so they offer grants up to $4,000. And again, like I said, a lot of these grants, you may have to put in some footwork. You might have to have your financials. And again, the application deadlines, it tells you, when applications need to be submitted, when they're going to be pulling and stuff like that. So they actually give you a breakdown. All right. Then the eligibility requirements. The following members may apply immediate, annual members, veteran members, silver members. So people that are actually part of their membership, if you're part of their membership, you get to apply for these here grants. All right. So again, depending on how much their membership is, I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Become a member. Member benefits, member options, your business, grants, growth and grants, partners and sponsors. Let's see. There you go. You can receive for your small business to apply, members must log in and follow. So you do have to be a member in order to be it. And put it in the comments if you tried any of these and where you approved and what you went through. Now, as I was saying, here's a place if you're looking for up to $15,000 loan and you have bad credit, then I would definitely tell you check out Giggle Finance, okay? Because they're more or less revenue based. So they're not focused on what the credit score is, okay? Long as the business is revenue based, minimum revenue to get no credit requirements, no hidden fees, instant cash available, right? So this makes it much easier because now you're not having to focus on, well, what about my credit? No, this has nothing to do with your credit. This is all about the revenue of the business, having an active checking account. And again, most people miss the opportunity to get funding for their business is because they don't have a registered business. They're doing it as a DBA and not understanding if you have a registered business, which we help you actually properly register, that DBA can turn into like tens of thousands of dollars, even when you have bad credit, if you just register it properly. Okay, so I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.